Hi everyone, it's Jenny from Haphazard Book Nook, and today I'm going to be going over the 7 goals that I have for 2025. So I don't really do resolutions for the new year, but I do have a few things that I would like to try to aim towards achieving more so than tell myself I need to read so many pages a day or whatever. These are just things that I would like to try to strive for. And I guess some people would call them resolutions, but to me, I think that they're just more goals because I'm not going to hard and fast make myself do them. And these are all more on the bookish end of things. They're not so much day-to-day life sort of goals. They're just going to be ones that have to do with my booktube and my reading. So the first thing I'm going to do, and a lot of people do this, is their Goodreads reading goal. So last year, because I was moving, I didn't put my goal very high. I think I only had it at 25 or something, just because I knew that I would be moving and I didn't know how much free time I would have to be able to read. I'm going to do my Goodreads reading goal as 2 books a week. That should be pretty easily attainable for me. And if I don't meet it, it's not that big of a deal, but that will be 104 books. So that, I've read almost 100 and I think 70 at this point for the years. So I just figured that would be a safe bet. The next ones have to do more with YouTube. So I want to be more consistent in posting. I have a few chronic health conditions that make it to where some days I just can't film. So what I'd like to do is get ahead, and I just want to be more consistent in posting and have things maybe pre-filmed for days where I have a migraine and I can't really get out of bed or whatever. So that way I can be more consistent in posting. I try to post twice a week. I at least want to post once a week. So as long as I can do that, then my goal will be met. The other one really isn't in my control, but it's still a goal I'd love to reach, and I want to get to 1K on YouTube. I know that I started this channel a few months ago and I have been growing slowly, but throughout the next year, I'd like to get to 1,000 subscribers. I just feel like it will help me build a community of people that I can talk to about books. I have a few really good friends here on YouTube, but I would just like to have more people to be able to talk to and to get more opinions and things on books and more recommendations from people. My next goal is to read more books on my Kindle. So I generally read a lot on audio, a lot of audiobooks, and that is because when I'm at home, I'm usually doing something. So I'm taking care of my chickens, I'm taking care of my cats, my dog, I'm taking my dog for walks, I'm cleaning the house, just things like that. So it's a lot easier for me to just listen to an audiobook. But what I would like to do is just be able to slow down a little and be able to read more on my Kindle. I have 2 Kindles and I feel like I barely really use them. So I'd really like to be able to get more on top of that. And with that, if I'm sitting somewhere waiting in line or something, I want to start pulling out my Kindle and reading instead of scrolling. So that's another one of my goals, just to read more with my eyeballs. It doesn't have to necessarily be on my Kindle. It could be physically too, but read more with my eyes than listening. Number 7 is one that I've been doing already, and that's just continue reading a lot of indie authors. So I support indie authors a lot. My little sister's an indie author, so I know how hard it is for them to be able to get people to read their books. So I just want to continue to support them and help them get their books out there. All right, and then my last 2 are kind of similar to each other. The first one is to read more out of my comfort zone. So this would be primarily fantasy books, and then I do want to read more memoirs / nonfiction books, and I think it would be fun to dabble in a few other ones, so historical fiction, because I found a couple historical fiction books that I did really like this year, so I'd like to just dabble in those as well. And just see if maybe a couple of these out of my comfort zone genres maybe I actually like and I just haven't given them a chance. And then the last one along those lines is to go back to some of my old favorite book genres. Back when I read when I was younger, and then when I was reading a few years ago, I read a lot differently than I do now. So I used to read a lot more even than I do now, apocalyptic books and zombie books and even extreme horror books. I haven't read many extreme horror books. I don't know if I've read any at all this year. and just like things like that. Like I want to go back to what I used to read and see if they are still genres that I like. And if they are, then just like start reading those ones a little bit more to like get into those, because I know that I enjoy those kind of books. All right, those were my 7 goals slash, if you want to call them resolutions, you can, that I have for 2025. I really am hoping to be able to like achieve these. A lot of them like aren't really tangible, but you know, it's just to have in the back of my mind. What are some of your reading goals that you have for 2025, if you have any? Or what are some reading goals that you had for 2024 that maybe you were able to reach? Go ahead and leave your answers down below. Like and subscribe if you'd like to, and have a good rest of your day. Bye.